early Saturday morning, late October, and I'm back down my local club lake. Got down here late last night, had a visit to the doctors yesterday afternoon, and after that I've decided, yeah, I'm going to go for the night. And by the time I got here it was dark, so I had a feel around and got one rod sort of centre of the lake in silt, and one rod about 20 yards out on the edge of the gravel bar, both using the Ronnie Rig. The furthest one out in the silt is on a helicopter rig, and the close one in is on the gravel is on a lead clip. Yes, I've got set up in the dark. I've had a few bleeps, mainly to the left end rod out in the silt, a few boops, but mainly single bleeps, and a few single bleeps on the right end rod closer in. Cold night, very cold. I think mist coming out of my mouth, but I got up earlier and just saw the leaves on the water when my line was going through, so I hadn't sunk the line properly. Could have been some cause of some of the bleach, I doubt it, because it's a very still night. But anyway, I've sunk my line better, I've loosened the line off. There's no leaves holding it on the surface of the water. So yeah, also the guy next to me is woken up. He's just had a take, and missed it, but it's promising. Although last night in the night I could hear fish crashing, but they are mainly to my right where the fella is fishing, and even further over into the main sort of bowl of the lake. There's an area that's quite wide compared to the rest of the lake, and the fish tend to congregate in that bowl. And this morning I picked my eyes over around the bush, and straight away I saw one bosh out over there. So they're sort of between the next fella and the fella next to him. They're sort of in between the two of them. But we'll see. It was a lovely day yesterday. During the day it was nice and sunny. Hoping for the same today. It's a very cold night and a very misty morning. Well, not too misty, I can see the opposite side of the bank, but it's got that lovely rolling mist on the lake. Yeah, let's see what happens. Update, it's about 10 o'clock, but it is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's all gone quiet. I had a sort of knock about 6:30 this morning. Just a bit less than the last indication I've had. A bit of a breeze coming across the lake into the swim. There's been a couple of fish shown. The guy next door but one, he had a fish a little while ago, about 10 minutes ago, about 23 pounds. That's again coming from the big bowl of water at the other end of the lake. It's like the main open part of the lake, which is now pretty much sewn up with anglers. All the guys from down to my left, from the shallow end of the lake, have moved up into the open water on the other side. So obviously nothing was happening down there last night as far as everything moved. So yeah, still a chance. Like I say, he's just had that one now, and it's quite late in the morning, so who knows what may happen. If I had my way, I would move up into what they call the lonely tree swim, and you've got command quite a big area of the bowl of the lake, but there's a couple of guys in at the moment. I'll keep an eye out, see if either of them move, and try down, because when I looked in the logbook, it looked like they went down for 2 nights. the end of the world. I mean, I'm quite happy with the swim. I mean, would have been nice to have had a fish right now, but then less fishing. So yeah, let's just see what happens. Keep an eye out for fish, keep an eye out for people moving swims, and we'll go from there. And yeah, I'm going to tie some more rigs in a bit, I think, and get ready for a rig cast later. Okay guys, speak to you soon. Okay, just going to talk you through the components for the Ronnie Rig. So I've got size 6 curved shank hooks from angling iron. I've got size 11 quick change alley swivels, again from angling iron. A length of silicone tube and some ESP soft ghost for the length. Okay, so start off, just thread the shrink tube about 10mm long into the shank, like so, and then the tricky bit is getting that through the hook, and I do it so that the gap is at the back of the hook, so there's nothing protruding at the front that may cause any problems. So give me a second while I put that on, then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so it's threaded onto the hook with a gap at the back of the hook. Now, just before I shrink it down, I'm just going to squeeze the gap tight, so there's no chance of that hook coming off, with the forceps like so, and then simply pass the shrink. So what I've done is push the shrink down, so you've just got a bit of the swivel protruding out the bottom, so something like that. So now I just need to shrink that down and do the next part. Okay, so it's been shrunk down like so. You can just see the bump maybe off the back where the clip is. I've threaded on a micro swivel ready for the bait. The only other thing you need is a float stop, and thread that on to stop the swivel. So just threading that over the point of the hook. So we've got something like that. Okay, so that's the actual end rig. Obviously we tied a bait to the swivel, and now I've just got to put the hook length on. And as already mentioned, I'm going to be using soft ghost for the hook, and just tie that on with a normal grinner. So I'll just quickly do that. So once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times over, back through the loop, and then back through the loop again, like so. I'm just going to wet that. And put it tight, like so. That's that part. And there's a little bit of a kink in the line, but we can steam that out in a minute. Just cut off the tag. So you see, basically that's the end of the rig made. Then all I've got to do is tie a loop in the other end to put onto a quick change link. So before I tie the loop, I'm just going to thread a anti-tangle sleeve on, which also holds it onto the clip. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Just get it through there. Okay. Now, rather than just tie standard figure of 8 knot, I use a Dave Chilton safety knot, loop knot. And it's very easy to do. Start off with a simple overhand knot, like so. Now this bit will become your loop. So what you have to do now is go back through the loop where you came, and back through again. So you end up with a circle for the knot, and this bit with my fingers in here will be the loop. So I'm just going to wet it with my tongue. Now then, you can adjust this quite easily, he says. To get the length of the hook length how you want it. So that's about right. Now keep your finger in there. Just going to wet it again. Make sure it's tight. Now put it quite tight. And now what I want to do now is just do one more simple overhand knot, just to lock it. And again I'll go wet that. So just a simple overhand knot, like so. And then you can pull that as tight as you like, and that ain't budging. Okay? It's quite a big loop I've got on there actually, but that'll be right. So it's going to be hidden by the sleeve, like so. And then all you need to do now is tie your bait on to the swivel, mould the patty around the knot that's tied to the loop, a little bit of patty halfway down the hook length, just hold it flat, and away you go. Quick update. You may have noticed I've moved swims. I'm in the swim known as the Ronnie Rig, and this is one of the swims I wanted to get into ideally. We've got the main bulk of the lake, so the main bulk. It's a long narrow lake this, and at one end is sort of almost like a big round area that everyone casts to from various swims, and this swim gets a good section of that. So I've got a lot of water in front of me. It's a little bit deeper, it's 3.5 foot deep. I found some reedy patches, just dying weed, so that's quite nice areas actually. I'm just going past the weed into silt. Both rods are set up with helicopter rigs, still using the Ronnie Rig, which I showed you earlier, the Essential Cell pop-up. So they're both out there, and you know what they say, a change is as good as a rest, but yeah, let's hope it's worth the hassle. It's becoming a bit like the session when I was in the storm Storm Katie. I started further down the lake, then I ended up in the swim I was in last night, and then I ended up moving again to the swim to my right, which is literally just next door, literally right behind my bivvy. So yeah, so it's a similar sort of thing. However, I'm not fishing into the bay like I did in that storm. I'm fishing in the open water, and let's see what happens. Yeah, I feel a bit more confident. Evening, guys. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Starting to get dark, so I thought I'd do a quick blog update just while the light's still here. Right, so I've got moved around here. It'll be about 2-3 o'clock, and nothing's happened. I've not had a bleep. I've not even seen any fish, but I feel strangely confident. It feels right, and it's starting to get cold. I actually put some thermals on tonight to keep a little bit of extra warmth, and yeah, I'm feeling very cosy. I'm just having a pint of the black stuff just to ease my thirst, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll do an update in the night if anything does happen, but failing that, I'll speak to you in the morning. But yeah, it's been a rather pleasant afternoon, bit of sunshine, it's been nice, and the seagulls have buggered off now. So I put a few boilies out which I couldn't do earlier, and I'm not going to recast the rods. I've left them out there since I cast them out when I moved. Hopefully they go before too long, fingers crossed. If not, they'll be there till the morning, and until I have to recast. Let's see what happens. You can but try. Anyway, cheers. Morning. It's 7:15, Sunday morning. Very quiet night. Wasn't as cold as Saturday night, as Friday night. Still cold, but not as cold. Little bit of a breeze started up in the wee hours. Not wind, just a breeze. But yeah, very quiet. Not a bleep on either rod. I had a couple of fish jump, probably more to my left, probably more, believe it or not, where I've sort of moved from. But now's the time that the guys were getting the action yesterday, the take and the fish were in the morning, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a morning time thing if it does happen. But yeah, I think only time will tell. I've still got a few hours left. The rod's been out since I moved yesterday. I've not recast them, and I'm not planning on recasting them till a bit later on. I don't want to unsettle the swim if it's bite time, so I'm going to leave them there. I'm confident that they're fine. So that's not the issue, just waiting for something to come along and pick them up. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on, and we'll see how we go. Okay, update time. It's 10:15. Nothing's happened. Very, very quiet. Not a bleep. Hardly any signs of fish at all. I mean, I've not seen anything, to be honest. But a couple of people said they've seen fish. I've not heard anything. Whether they're just small rises or not, don't know. But I've just recast both rods. Right end rod, still sticking with the Ronnie, and it's going to my right. I don't know if you can see over there. There's a pub in the distance, sort of in line with the. Well, I'm actually aiming for a telegraph pole above the pub. There's a bit of a weed patch, dying reed patch out there, so I'm on that. Left hand rod is straight out in front towards the tall tree on the right, sorry, on the left over there. But I've changed that to my old faithful combi link with half a bottom bait and half a pop-up, so it's just very slowly wafting down, and it just sits with the hook on the bottom, so it's more of a wafter than a pop-up. So that's a left hand rod, so that's a combi link with braid tied to the fluorocarbon, which you've seen on these blogs a few times before now. Yeah, so I'll just give it a few more hours and see what happens, but it's not looking good. A few guys have been walking around, nothing's come out in the night that I know of, nothing on this bank anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's the same all over. So yeah, very quiet night and a very quiet morning, so let's see what happens. But a few people are packing up, so there'll be less lines in the water, so maybe the fish will get their heads down, who knows, only time will tell. Okay guys, it's just coming up to 2 o'clock. Not about an hour ago, went up a few inches, a couple of inches or so, went back down, went back up, went back down. I was hovering over the rod, expecting it to go. It didn't, so whether it's a fish hitting the line or whether a fish is dumping, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to slowly start packing up now. See what happens, but the sun's coming out, so at least everything's dried off, all the condensation's dry, and going home with dry kit for a nice change. But it'd be nice to get the net wet before I go. Anyway, this could be the last you see me in this blog. If anything does happen, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching.